Canary's XRP ETF had a breakout first day, and American Bitcoin doubles revenue. You're watching CoinDesk Daily. I'm your host, Jen Sanasie. Canary Capital's XRPC, the first U.S. spot ETF tied to the XRP token, had an impressive debut yesterday with $58 million in trading volume, the highest for any ETF launched this year across more than 900 fund launches. That's according to Bloomberg's ETF analyst Eric Balchunas. Volume narrowly edged out Bitwise's Solana ETF, which logged $57 million on its first day. The strong start indicates growing institutional interest in diversifying beyond Bitcoin and Ether. Utility or privacy? The transparency of traditional blockchains forces a difficult choice. Break free from this limitation with Midnight. CoinDesk Bitcoin Treasury Month is brought to you by Genius Group, a Bitcoin treasury company listed on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker GNS. Looking for a faster, cheaper way to move money worldwide? Owlting, listed on the NASDAQ as Owls, is building the rails for stablecoin payments. Bitcoin fell below $96,000 for the first time since May, leading a significant decline in major cryptos. Ether fell more than 8% despite a massive day for the XRP ETF on Thursday, with Sol and ADA posting similar declines. More than $1 billion in leveraged positions were wiped out over 24 hours, with roughly $887 million coming from longs. This marks one of the heaviest bull-side liquidations in a month. Across major venues, Bybit, Hyperliquid, and Binance each saw more than $180 million in long liquidations, which represents over 85% of all bets, reflecting how aggressively traders had leaned into last week's bounce. And American Bitcoin reported a third quarter profit and said revenue more than doubled from the year earlier. Net income rose to $3.47 million, a turnaround from a more than $500,000 loss the year before, with revenue surging to over $64 million. That's according to an SEC filing. American Bitcoin became a standalone public entity after completing a merger with Griffin Digital Mining and spinning out from Hut 8's mining operations. Hut 8 retains a roughly 80% stake. The other 20% of the company is owned by Eric Trump and Donald Trump Jr. That's it for CoinDesk Daily. Get more updates on CoinDesk.com, and we'll see you next time. Break the cycle of exploitation, break down the barriers to truth, break into the next generation of privacy, break free. Free to scroll without being monetized, free from censorship, freedom without fear. We deserve more when it comes to privacy. Experience the next generation of blockchain that is private and inclusive by design. Break free with Midnight. Visit midnight.network/break-free. CoinDesk Bitcoin Treasury Month is brought to you by Genius Group, a Bitcoin treasury company listed on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker GNS. Genius is building toward a 10,000 Bitcoin treasury and just launched Genius Academy, featuring courses from Saifedean Ammous and more. Start learning for free today at geniusacademy.ai. Genius Group. Genius isn't measured in IQ, it's measured in Bitcoin. Looking for a faster, cheaper way to move money worldwide? Owlting, now listed on the NASDAQ under the ticker symbol Owls, is building the rails for stablecoin payments. Convert fiat to stablecoins and send money as easily as a text message. Learn more at owlting.com.